He ain't put no content out yet. I got some content for you guys. Don't even worry about that. Plenty of it. Oh, by the way, hello viewers. Me again. Another beautiful day. Hope your 5 senses work. Health and strength is good or excellent. Alright, now, for you Vulkan lovers, listen to this. Mesa Venus exposed Vulkan 1.4 support. The Mesa Venus driver code for use with Virtual GPU for exposing accelerated Vulkan API support within virtualized environments. VMs now is advertising Vulkan 1.4 API support. It says the Virtual GPU Venus driver code within Mesa 25.1 develop is joining Intel ANV Lava Pipe, NVK Radv, and Adreno Turnip drivers, exposing Vulkan 1.4 API support. Vulkan 1.4 debuted in early December, but has quickly to see support by open source Mesa Vulkan driver. And it says here, Vulkan 1.4 mandates various newer extension, improved rendering for 8K, and other enhancements. And it says the merge hitting Mesa 25.1 Git on Saturday adds in the remaining bit of Vulkan 1.4 core extension and support features and other requirements for exposing Vulkan 1.4 on the Virtual renderer side up for the host renderer bit of Vulkan 1.4. This merge took Vulkan 1.4 over the finish line with a Virtual renderer. Yeah, let's see, what's this one? See if I can get this one here. Okay, Vulkan 1.4 release with more let's see, Vulkan 1.4 release with more extensions, mandate better 8K rendering. It says, as the lovely early Christmas present, the Kronos Group used SIGGRAPH Asia Today for announcing the Vulkan 1.4 specification release. Vulkan now mandates a number of previous optional extension and features. The minimum hardware limit have also been released for Vulkan 1.4. Says today's press release sums up the Vulkan 1.4 highlight. Streaming transfer of Vulkan 1.4 imposes new implementation requirements to ensure portable cross-platform application can stream large quantities of data to a device while simultaneously rendering at full performance. Previously optional extension and features critical to emerging the high performance application are now mandatory in Vulkan 1.4, ensuring their reliable availability across multiple platforms. These include push descriptors, dynamic rendering, locale reads, and scalar block layouts. And it says here maintain extension up to and including VK KHR maintenance 6 are now part of the core Vulkan 1.4 specification. 8K rendering with up to 8 separate renderer targets is now guaranteed to be supported, along with several other limit increases. And more detail on today's Vulkan 1.4 specification released via Kronos.org. We'll leave the link. And then it says now to see how quickly the Mesa merge request comes for landing Vulkan 1.4 in the likes of Radeon, Radv, and Intel ANV drivers. Yeah, Linux community, man, they work. That's for sure. Alright, what's another article I got here? Since we talking about Vulkan, let's see here. Okay, we did that. Okay, we did that already. Okay, we did that. Okay, here's another one. Let's see here. I think this is Radv Vulkan video adds low latency encoding support. Adding the Vulkan video support for Mesa, Radeon, Radv. Says Vulkan driver is honoring for the low latency encoding. And then it says VK video encode turning model KHR allowance specifying, and then it shows the VK video encode turning mode, low latency KHR, and then the other one is ultra low latency KHR for when it's desired to tune the video encoding for lower latency. This may compromise encode quality, but establish the preference on desiring lower latency videos encode operations, greater performance, stemming from a 4-month-old bug report to honor these standardized Vulkan video encode low latency options. Mesa 25.1 Devel does so now for this open source AMD Vulkan driver, and it says this merge adds those KHR low latency encode options for Radv Vulkan videos. In turn, this communicates to the video core next VCN blocks that lower latency encodes is requested. Yeah, Vulkan is, these developers, man, they're always coming up with new updates for Vulkan and Radv and Mesa. Yeah, what's this one? Let's see if I can get this one here. Nobody commented on this one. It says Vulkan 1.4 1.4.308 brings NVIDIA Professional Present Metering extension. It says there Vulkan 1.4.308 was quietly released last week, and besides a few fixes, what makes it interesting is the provisional VK underscore NV underscore present underscore metering. It says VK NV present metering is a new provisional Vulkan extension from NVIDIA for evenly metering present metering with VK NV present metering aims to evenly pace out the next VKQ present KHR present to provide smoother pacing in application with frame generation integration. And it says here presumably NVIDIA is working on the VK NV present metering extension for the likes of better DLSS4 frame generation support with Vulkan, or software like VK-D3D Proton going through Vulkan from Windows Direct 3D 12 games. But now VK NV present metering is a provisional specification that isn't recommended for any production use. Then it says more details on the Vulkan 1.4.308 changes and present metering extension via GitHub. Yeah, the tribunal has spoken. Okay, we got one more here. I think we got one more. I'm almost done here. I'm just catching up on all the Vulkan news here. And here's another one. It says here Mesa 25.0 released with Vulkan 1.4 driver support, AMD RDNA 4 ready. And then this one, it says Mesa 25.0 was officially released today as the newest quarterly features released for this set of open source OpenGL, OpenCL, Vulkan and video acceleration driver used on Linux system by multiple hardware vendors. It says here Mesa 25.0 brings usable support for Radeon RX 90X0 RDNA 4 graphics with Radeon SI, Gallium 3D, OpenGL, Radv, Vulkan driver. The Radeon SI support should be in great shape given it works on directly by AMD, while the Radv RDNA 4 support is tackled by Valve developers, and the initial RDNA 4 support is deemed good enough. Also exciting on the Radv side with Mesa 25.0 is adding Vulkan 1.4 support for that API update introduced in December. The other prominent Mesa Vulkan driver have also landed Vulkan 1.4 support. Another win for AMD with Mesa 25.0 is enabling the ACO compiler backend by default for pre-RDNA GPUs with Radeon SI, Gallium 3D, ACO as an alternative to the AMD GPU LLVM shaders. Compilers seen much work the past quarter. There is also initial AMD user queue Mesa support for submitting work directly to the GPU to bypass more of the kernel driver overhead, plus other never-ending work on graphics driver performance optimization. Says here Mesa 25.0 is also bringing various Zinc, OpenCL, and Vulkan enhancement. Many new Vulkan extensions support by the ARM Mali Pan VK driver, better Qualcomm Adreno Vulkan support with Turnip, and various Intel Xe optimization for Lunar Lake and BattleMag. The Intel ANV Vulkan driver also now supports AV1 video decoding and other new features. The NVK Vulkan driver for NVIDIA GPUs has also seen continued refinement on new feature support. Mesa 25.0 is very jam-packed release, especially for the AMD Radeon and Intel graphics driver, as usual, plus respectable work to the various other OpenGL and Vulkan drivers within the large code base. And then it says the Mesa 25.0 release announcement can be read on the Mesa mailing list. So there, you Vulkan lovers and you you Radv lovers, Mesa lovers, yeah, yeah. Those are the updates should hold you for now until next time. So yeah, this is good gaming news. So yeah, you gamers on that game on a Intel graphics card using Linux, or game on a NVIDIA graphics card, or AMD graphics card using Linux, laptop or desktop, or your portable PC, you guys are good. So yeah, yeah, these developers, they work, man. So you know, the Steam Deck brought a lot of life into the Linux gaming department. So yeah, developers stepped their game up, and they're meeting the challenge head on. You know, they're not running from it. So yeah, this should do for now. So the next round of updates, I'll keep you posted. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, those Star Wars, Star Trek thing, Dark Side. Go. Peace.